Hey guys, it's Roscoe, and on the Space Couch today we're going to be having a look at this, the Chewbacca one-shot. That's the back cover. It was absolutely fantastic, no surprises there of course. So basically, it's a period of renewed hope for the rebellion. The evil Galactic Empire's greatest weapon, the Death Star, has been destroyed by Chewbacca, warrior son of the planet Kashyyyk, with some help from his trusty sidekick Han and his friends Luke and Leia. But Chewie is not one to grandstand, there is still much to accomplish. So, Chewie is on a mission after the Battle of Yavin, a important and personal secret mission. Unfortunately, his loner spacecraft is what they would describe as a piece of junk. So, it opens here on just some random world. You know, this is a guy, he's like the local kingpin. This guy owes money to him. Everyone owes money to that guy. You can't get out of owing money. That is his daughter, Zara. Yeah, so basically, it's a mining operation. They harvest minerals from lava beetles. This is the mining facility here. And basically, because that guy can't pay his debts, him and his daughter are now sold into slavery. Here is the father helping her escape by hiding her in a cart, filling it with the beetles. Dead, obviously. Yes. So, he said, don't worry, when you get to the surface, run. With any luck, it'll be a while before they find out you're missing. As soon as she gets there, someone's missing, and she has to do a runner, and she steals this speeder. And she's just wondering, what am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to go? There has to be someone who can help me. Look at that. Isn't that just a great shot of Chewie lying in a field of flowers? Basically, his A-wing has crashed. There he is in the middle pane, so having a fix of it. Yeah, so let's see. She tries to sell the speeder, but she won't, because no one is going to do over that guy. You know, if he wants her back, he's going to get her. So she, so there's Chewie there. He needs some spare parts, and he's just wandering towards town to get them fixed. I really like the very soft, pastel-y style of the animation here. It's wonderful. Now here's some things in the village. There is another member of that race with the 4 arms. Remember, we saw it in Princess Leia, and they've been in some of the other comics as well. The guy from the cafe on Coruscant with Ben Kenobi. So basically, he's saying, I'm not buying that speeder from you. You stole it from him. You think I'm mad. And she said, ah! And he's telling her to get lost. And Chewie's saying, come on, I've been asking you a question. Where's my parts? And he says, yeah, hold on. Yes. Basically, Chewie doesn't have enough money. He needs 100 for a flight stabilizer, and he doesn't have it. Yeah, that's Chewie counting his cash in his hand there. They've really depicted Chewbacca's physical features really well. So Zaro is on the run basically now, because everyone's looking for her to get her back down the mines. So she hides out in this casino, where Chewie is also in attendance. Changing colour scheme more green now, so there's your meal, sir. The others are coming along saying, oh, you, well, actually, no, never mind. And she was hiding under the table, and it said, oh, you sheds, that's gross. Yes. So, she just hasn't eaten, so he gives her the meal. It's a great picture of Chewbacca in the middle there. So basically, he won the money for the part that he needs by playing sabacc. Obviously, he knows how to play sabacc, hanging around with Han and Lando. Yes, but unfortunately, Zaro's father's not good at it, because that's how he ends up owing money all over the planet. Yes. Oh, just talking about fan service. Look, there's a Jawa there, and there's an R2 unit with the dome off. So I don't know if he's using the it is like a begging bowl type thing. So yes, these are the little touches in the background. You get them in the films, you get them in these as well. That's one here. Don't you have a translator? Because you know Chewie just always roars and you don't understand him. Don't. Yeah. So, yes. She's saying, I want you to help me, unless you've got anything more important going on. Wrong question to ask that particular Wookiee, of course. There's great visualisation of him. So she's basically explained what's happened, and she wants Chewie to help rescue her father and the others down the mine. But Chewie's on his own mission. He's got a box he has to deliver, and Zara asks, whatever's in that box can't be so important that you couldn't wait one more day. Yeah. She doesn't know what to do. No one's going to help her. There's Chewie thinking things over. Brilliant depiction of Chewbacca. It is absolutely marvellous. Yes. Here, very important here. Nobody cares that a poison-breathing slug has made us all slaves. Do you know what it's like to be a slave? His reaction should tell you he knows what it's like to be a slave. Well, she thinks, though, that he's leaving. He's not leaving. She can't believe he's going to help. And look, everyone wants to hug the Wookiee. Yeah. So basically, the guy who owns the mine, here he is meeting with the Empire, promising delivery shipments, all of that sort of thing, samples, you know. Yeah. Now there's a lovely one of Zaro and Chewie there. That'll be from one of the covers, I guess. Yeah. So she's showing him where the vents to the mine are, so he can get in there. And look, it's not very big. You see him here, he's shaking his head. He doesn't want to do it. Yes. But she's saying, you've got the easy job. I have to let myself get captured. And that's what she does. So straight back down the mine. What are you doing here? Yes. It's a long story, she says. Yes. What are you doing back here? I came to rescue you. You what? Don't worry. I have a friend. Yes. And there he is. There. Her friend. Look, he's got his rope around to go climbing down there. And there he is, climbing down there. Now, very, very important now. Chewie having a flashback to when he was a slave on Kashyyyk and all of his people were enslaved. And you see that reaction it has on him. See? He's not going to be a slave. He's not going to let anyone else be a slave. Fantastic. We see Chewbacca flashbacks to his past as a slave. I hope we get to see more of that in the upcoming films, the Han Solo and the Han Solo comic or whatever. Yeah, so basically, yeah, he's back out the tunnel. There's going to be a frontal assault. Yes. He says, please don't hurt her. My life for her. He says, don't worry, our dealings are almost at an end. You'll let us go? I didn't say that. Yes. So basically, he's decided he's just going to sell them all as slaves to the Empire, even if they're not slaves already. Yeah. So, yes, he starts firing. Everyone starts running. He's going to kill us all. Now, check out the series here. The shadow, Chewbacca's shadow, ripping the head off of that droid, ripping the arm off of that droid, picking up the guy, throwing the guy. That's a Wookiee for you. See? Rawr! I know that's a terrible Chewbacca. He's brilliant in that shot, isn't he? Yes. She says, you're amazing. You can't shoot that down here. It's too dangerous. Now, look. A gonk droid. That's Chewie's plan, is the gonk droid. So he gives the bowcaster to Zaro. And she says it's heavier than it looks in the air, you can imagine. Yeah. He's stripping parts out of the gonk droid. Yes, indeed. When one of is that a clanker of some kind comes up, just a mine security, I guess. And Chewie takes it out. Yes. So this guy comes running up and says, the slaves are revolting, there's a Wookiee there. And he said, don't be ridiculous, there's no such thing as Wookiees. That sort of thing. There is, however, very much a enraged Wookiee down in the mine. And this guy here, well, looks like someone brought a dead power droid to a blaster fight. Yes. When you're a Wookiee, that's all you need. Do you want to get whacked by a gonk droid? I don't think so. So yeah, Chewie's basically scouting through the mine here. Yes. Now, the guy in charge, he says, one of his men says, there's an old saying about dealing with Wookiees. Never let a Wookiee live. They bring ill fortune. Kill them whenever you can. Yes. So, we just sarlacked our entire workforce. They blew up the mine thinking they've killed everyone, which of course they haven't. Here's Chewie busting out here. Busting them out, in fact. in the mines. That's more of a purple palette, that one, isn't it? Now, the beetles, the larvae that we saw, brightly coloured, they are originally in, or they turn into that kind of form. So, whatever you do, don't move quickly and do not step on them, or they will swarm. And they've swarmed. Yes. Managed to blow up the tunnel to stop them from getting through, but it won't be for long. Yes. The guy with the gonk droid. Oh, what happened? The last I remember was a giant angry Wookiee. Yep. Again. Yes. So they're going to try and climb their way out of the rubble. Here's Chewie climbing. Flashing back to memories of his slavery, of course. He's climbing up through the tunnel underneath the base of this tree, and he is forcing his way out from there. And there, he has done that. He's managed to uproot the roots and get out and help others to get out. And she's saying, unless you want the rest of our planet to look like this desolated forest, we've got to do something. We've got to stop Jaum, that's his name. So anyway, so Wookiee says he'll help us if we help repair his ship. Words to that effect. So, later at the spaceport. Yes. Trying to get parts. However, Imperials jump into orbit. Great shot there of the Star Destroyer. So, here they are, various parts. Nice throw back to the land speeder there. So we're making up that plan. Now, the spaceport has been shut down. Look, so we've got the speeder troopers there. This is the crowd. I wonder who this might be, this droid. Yes. He's got to deliver that droid to the spaceport, so he does. And so they let him in. Look at this. Isn't this just wonderful? Who are you? You should not be here. Take that helmet off. He's got a very bad feeling about this. So, yes, look. Here they are getting shot at. There he is busting out of his uniform. This droid is full of surprises that Chewie's put together. There it is trying to make its way to the ship to do its little bit, and it runs out of power. Everything I've heard about Wookiees says you should let them win. I won't. I don't know what they're paying you, but it can't be enough to die. They're not paying him anything, trust me. Oh, I do wonder, this one down here, you remember the original version of A New Hope in the cantina? You see that werewolf, you know, he's edited out and changed to something else in the later versions. I wonder if that's a callback to that. I think it must be. Because, yes, you see him up the top as well. He's like the shooter. See what I mean? It's like all the homages everywhere. So, taking out the walker. I forget the names of those mini walkers now. ATST, is it? There it is on its side. Unfortunately, the droid's remote is fried. It's got a set timer. There's one of those fat shuttles. Is that the Epsilon class? I can't remember. Jaum escaping on it, of course. They've made it out. However, behind that door, yes, and there they are in captivity, captured. Chewie has got binders on, and you know he doesn't like that at all. There's a great image from one of the covers. It's from later in. So basically, our scout troopers caught a local girl and a Wookiee after the ambush at the mine. They're landing now. A girl and her Wookiee. And they're having trouble communicating with the shuttle. I'm sure it's just the Star Destroyer's superstructure interfering with the signal. helmet rolling down. Chewie in action. So here he is fighting. Here's a protocol droid. I must just say the protocol droids are always getting kicked to pieces. Remember 000, both his arms and runs through with a lightsaber? Luke actually says in there, I really must apologise to 3PO because I enjoyed that far too much. And when Chewie is ripping his arm off, Zero says, what is it? I don't know why you're so angered towards protocol droids. Other than the fact that was trying to kill him. But yes, they're taking out a lot of their frustrations on 3PO on the other ones. And anytime they see something that looks like 3PO. So, yes. Negotiations have failed. Zarot was telling him that Jaun was just playing them, the Imperials, you know, that those weren't real samples. He'd bought them from somewhere else, that the world is worthless and everything. He's not happy about that, the Imperial. He's been deceived. Yes. Just as Jaun turns up. When there's an explosion in the hangar bay. Yes. The force field's coming down. You see troopers flying about there. So there's Chewie, there they are swinging because we saw him looking at a TIE bomber, and here they are climbing into a TIE bomber. Isn't that just brilliant? So you can fly this, right? There they are in the cockpit, that classic window there, like Poe Dameron and Finn, I suppose. Yes. It's just the last ship you flew is all busted up down on the planet. Yes. So they launch, crash into the side and lose one of their solar arrays. So there they are, just plummeting back through the atmosphere. And yes, they crash not that far away from there. Now, Zaro says, you know, it'd be nice, I know I'm going to know, but it'd be nice to, just a little bit of gratitude for what we did. We saved this planet from that guy, you know. Chewie gives her a big hug and gives her that. Chewie got a medal after all, in canon. We just didn't see it in the film, but he gives it to her. So yes, there's Chewie's medal. And she says, well, don't you want this? And she goes, and says, yeah, it would kind of clash with the whole warrior vibe. All he needs is a bandolier. Yes. And she says, you know, you don't have to go. There's plenty here, you know, if you don't have somewhere important to be. Yeah, that's what I figured. He has somewhere important to be. And there's a lovely hug of the two of them there. Jaun was now being interrogated by the Imperials, you know, with a probe droid for company, because the damage to the Star Destroyer means they can't go faster than light. So it's going to be a long trip for several weeks to the nearest base. And there she is reuniting with her father. I asked him to stay, she tells her father when they ask where the Wookiee is, but he was on an important mission. If he hadn't landed here, I don't want to think about what might have happened. I think he survived his own Jaun and didn't want us to live as slaves. But I knew he had to leave when I figured out what was inside the box. Chewie is back on Kashyyyk, visiting. I think he's on his way home. We see those wonderful trees that they have. And it's not going to be to a happy homecoming. I was kidding around about joining the rebellion, but that Wookiee is right in the middle of the war. And there he is approaching a residence. You see here, he has now noticed they are looking at someone's hologram, someone who's probably captured or passed away. And this was what he had in the box. It was a bandolier that he has delivered back to the family, because he's honourable like that. Unless, of course, that's Black Cassantans, but I don't think it is, because this is before all that, isn't it? Yeah. I'll always wonder about him. Does he have a family, have a home, or did he give it all up to join the fight? Chewie's family, I assume. One thing's for sure. His rebel friends are the luckiest gang in the galaxy to have him on their side. And there's the Falcon coming to take him back to the others. Fantastic. Chewbacca is just an amazing character. Everyone loves Chewie. This does him justice. The way they're able to emote him without him speaking is just incredible. And it looks so much like it. It's Chewie, you know. It's all the mannerisms are there. You know, it's just fantastic. And the story's really, really good as well. Yet another bit of canon filled in. Yet another plot hole filled in. The whole Chewie never got a medal. Yes, he did. You saw it right there. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed my review of the Chewbacca one-shot. It was marvellous, as I say. Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this content. Leave me a comment or suggestion of an upcoming topic you'd like to see me discuss, or like the video.